I had a few mushrooms that needed using up, but no solid ideas on how I was going to do it. I cut them all in half, got oil into a tray and laid them in. My thinking here was that roast mushrooms could form a base for soup, sauce, or be eaten tossed in something like garlic butter. I was looking for a few complementary ingredients when I found a block of paneer, so I grabbed a few other bits that I thought might complement the mushrooms and paneer in a broadly South Asian context. To a container I added brown mustard seeds, cumin seeds, a stick of cinnamon, turmeric, halved cardamom pods, finely grated ginger and garlic. I also added a knob of ghee. It's a fermented clarified butter used in a lot of Indian food. It basically gives you a flavour that you might feel is lacking from your recreations of curry house classics at home. My thinking at this point was that I could use this mix to season the mushrooms as they continue to roast, which I could then use to top toast with an egg or something. But then I realised what I had in the oven was essentially the base for baked rice if I wanted it to be. So I grabbed some rice, gave it a wash and added it to the roasted spice mix and mushrooms. I added a little bit more ghee, tipped in boiling water, covered with foil and got the whole thing into bake. I grabbed a paneer next as I wanted to crisp it up to top the pilaf. It was at this point I realised it was slightly softer and fresher than the other paneers I've used in the past. I broke it into craggly pieces to make the most of its texture and open up the surface a little to create more crispiness further down the line. Then got it frying until golden in oil. Sometimes choosing not to cut ingredients in a uniform way really helps create variants of textures in your food. For fragrance and because I didn't have any onion in my pilaf base, I tipped in onion seeds, then for heat and colour I added Kashmiri chili powder. I knew the cheese would add visual and textural contrast, so I was feeling pretty confident of deliciousness at this point. For a bit of green, I grabbed some curry leaves from my freezer, drizzled over oil and microwaved to crisp them up. This is a really nice way to fry herbs if you're low on time and you don't want oil splatters all over your stove. I also knew it would add a really nice layer of flavour. Once the pilaf was ready, I fluffed the grains with a fork and spooned it into bowls. I scattered over the chili oil paneer, added blobs of yogurt for acidity and moistness and my crispy curry leaves for fragrance and colour. This was a knockout pilaf in no time at all, but a dollop of sweet mango chutney would have balanced everything out a little.